Hello everyone. Welcome back to Vigyan Academy for Maths and Science. I'm Shraddha Pandey and in this video I am going to share an interesting topic with you all. Mom, please pass the rice. I need salad too. Don't you say all this while having your lunch or dinner with your family? You do, right? But have you ever thought what will happen if your mom refuses to give you lunch or dinner? You will not get food, right? Now, what will happen if you don't get food? You will start feeling weak after some time, due to which you can't able to do any kind of work. Similarly, in our body, when the digested foods are not supplied to the other parts of our body parts cannot function properly. Thus, it is very important to understand about the circulation of digested food to the all parts of our body through bloods. And that is called as circulatory system, which is the first lesson of 5th standard science taken from S. John publication textbook of ICSE board. In this lesson, we will be covering the points organs, organ system, the circulatory system, blood vessels, the heart, heartbeat and pulses. Does our heart exactly look like this? No, it somewhat look like this. The heart is an organ. But what is this organs? Let's understand from the next slide. Organs are the parts of our body and they perform different functions like lungs, brain, heart, kidney, bones. Does they perform same function? No, they perform different functions and they work together to enable us to perform various life functions. Is there only one organ in this diagram? No, there are many. Tongue, stomach, liver, small intestine, large intestine. All these organs come together to do one major job for the body, that is digestion of food. Thus, we used to say that when several body organs come together to do one major job for the body, these organs form organ system. The major organ system in our body are nervous system. The organ it contains are brain, spinal cord, nerves, and it do the function of controlling all the other organ system of our body. Skeletal system. It have the organs are bones, cartilage, ligaments, and it used to give shape and support to the body. It also protects the soft organ inside. Muscular system. It contains only one organ, that is muscles, and it used to control movement of all parts of our body. Circulatory system. The organ it includes are heart, blood vessels, blood, and the function it do is transporting oxygen and nutrients to all parts of the body. It also collects waste from all the parts of the body. Digestive system. Organ it contains are mouth, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Function done by digestive system is to digest food and absorb nutrients. Respiratory system. Organ it contains are nose, windpipe, lungs, and the function done by respiratory system is absorbing oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Excretory system. It contains kidney, lungs and skin, and the function done by excretory system is removing waste from the body. Last but not the least is reproductive system. It have different organs in males and females. It helps to produce children. Now can you tell me, this is the diagram of which organ system? As it is having brain, spinal cord, peripheral nerves, this is the diagram of nervous system. Now we are going to have a look on the circulatory system in detail. In our body, various materials like digested food, oxygen, and waste have to be transported from one part of our body to another, and the organ system which perform this task is called as circulatory system. It consists of blood vessels and the heart, which we can observe in this image that the person is having heart in the center, and the heart is connected with the various wire-like structure which is called as blood vessels, and the bloods are present in this blood vessels. Now let's talk about blood. Sometime when we got injured, the red liquid is coming out of our body, and that is our blood. So what is blood? Blood is a red liquid that flows around the body in blood vessels. It takes oxygen from lungs to all parts of the body. It also takes carbon dioxide for removal to the lungs. It collects waste from all parts of the body and takes it to the kidney for removing from the body. In the microscope, the blood cells look like this, and this is the image of blood moving inside the blood vessels. So now let's talk about the blood vessels. Blood flows across the body in tube-like structure that is called as blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels, that is arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries are thick-walled blood vessels that carry blood away from the heart, and it contains oxygen and nutrient from digested food to all parts of the body. So in this image you can see this is the artery, which becomes smaller and thinner as they go away from the veins. Now veins are thin-walled blood vessels that carry blood back to the heart. In this image, this is the veins. And this is the arteries. Arteries are always red in color and veins are always blue in color. The reason behind that is veins are always carrying deoxygenated blood and arteries are carrying oxygenated blood, because of which arteries colors are red and veins colors are blue. Now let's talk about capillaries. Capillaries are narrow and thin blood vessels. They have very thin walls. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and other waste material can pass through their walls. In this image, the white tube-like structure which we can see is connected from arteries to the veins and from veins to the arteries is capillaries. Let's talk about heart. The heart is a fist-sized organ in our chest. It is protected by the rib cage. It beats about 70 times a minute through our life. It works like a pump to send blood through arteries, veins and capillaries. This is the image of our heart exactly look like. Now let's see structure of the heart. Heart is vertically divided into two parts, left portion and right portion. It is also divided horizontally into two parts, that is, upper part is called as auricle and lower part are called as ventricle. Right side of the auricle is called as right auricle and left side of the auricle is called as left auricle. Right side of the ventricle is called as right ventricle and left side of the ventricle is called as left ventricle. Now there are two important veins attached with the right auricle, which is helping to bring the blood from the body. That is inferior vena cava, which is bringing the blood from the lower part of the body, and this is the superior vena cava, which is bringing the blood from the upper part of the body. These two walls are also attached with the right auricle, which brings the blood from the body. This portion is called as aorta. Aorta is the largest artery which is coming out from the heart, and these are the walls of the aorta which helps to supply the blood to the body. These walls are supplying blood to the lungs, and these two walls are bringing the blood back from the lungs. Now let's see journey of the blood in our body. Right auricle is collecting the blood from the body through superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. Once the blood is collected in the right auricle, it goes to the right ventricle. From right ventricle, it moves toward the lungs. and it comes back from lungs and get collected in the left auricle. From left auricle, the blood is moving toward the left ventricle, and from left ventricle, the blood get collected into the aorta, and from aorta, it moves toward all parts of the body. Let's understand through this diagram in detail. This is a heart which is divided into 4 chambers. Vertically into 2 parts, that is left part and right part. Right part is having another part, that is right auricle and right ventricle. And left part is also having another part, that is left auricle and left ventricle. Now right auricle is collecting the blood from the upper part of a body through superior vena cava and from the lower part of a body through inferior vena cava. And the blood collected in the right auricle is moving toward the right ventricle. From right ventricle, blood goes to the lungs to get oxygenated. Once the blood gets oxygenated from lungs, it comes back to the left auricle. And from left auricle, it moves toward the left ventricle. From left ventricle, it goes to the aorta, and from aorta, it goes to the all part of a body. Have you ever heard thump-thump sound from your heart? That sound is called as heartbeat. So now let's talk about heartbeat and pulse. The heart pumps blood about 70 times a minute. Each time the heart pumps blood, it rushes through the arteries. The arteries therefore stretch and relax 70 times a minute. The stretching and relaxing can be felt as throbbing, which is called as pulse. To feel the pulse, place your middle and index finger on the thumb side of a friend's wrist, as shown in this image. The same thing you can do with your hand if you want to feel your own pulse. Do you know, even you can feel your own heartbeat. And to do that, you have to keep your hand on your chest and press tightly. You will start feeling your own heartbeat. It can be clearly heard through an instrument called stethoscope, which is used by the doctors during the checkup. The thump-thump sound of heartbeat is made by the 4 valves of the heart when they closed. The heart can continue to beat even when separated from the body, as long as it gets an adequate supply of oxygen. So from this video, we had learned about organ system, circulatory system, and the organ present in circulatory system, that is blood vessels, the heart. Also we had a look on structure of heart, journey of blood in our body, heartbeat and pulse. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, and even don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest update of my channel.